I've noticed that great speakers in almost every category follow the hero's journey pattern, whether they're doing it intentionally or not. And I think that's the whole point about the hero's journey. The hero's journey works because it is the way we see our lives. So it shouldn't be surprising that good communicators who are storytellers and speakers will track the hero's journey. Let me give you an example. One of the one of the great communicators of our time in technology right now is Jensen Huang, who is the CEO of NVIDIA, the world's most valuable company. $5 trillion company, powers AI. So without NVIDIA, you're not on ChatGPT. NVIDIA powers everything right now. Take a look at Jensen Huang, especially when he does interviews. He's very interesting because here's a guy who is a technologist. He invented these processors and chips that are the backbone of modern artificial intelligence. And yet when he tells the origin story, when people ask him about how did NVIDIA start, do you think he takes them to the new multi-billion-dollar campus in Silicon Valley and shows them around and shows them all of the cool technology that NVIDIA is introducing? No, he doesn't. He actually takes them back to a breakfast house. Now, I'm talking in the U.S. We have something called Denny's. It's American-style breakfast. Well, when he was a teenager, he worked at Denny's. He worked as a busboy at Denny's. And he often liked to say that he was the best busboy Denny's ever had. He would clean those dishes perfectly, like there was no tomorrow. He would learn customer service from talking to customers and getting their orders. So he always takes people back to Denny's. And in fact, Denny's played a part in the origin of how NVIDIA got started. He met three friends who were all engineers at breakfast at Denny's. That's just where they went. They went to have unlimited coffee so they could sit there for hours and brainstorm, and pancakes. And he said it was over those conversations that we came up with the idea for NVIDIA. Now, was it a straight line to success? No. There were many all is lost moments. They were 30 days from losing everything, 30 days from running out of money, many, many, many times over many years. He brings up a lot of stories of how their first product failed. They sent out like 400,000 chips, 399,000 were returned. And the second product failed miserably. Third time they started to get some traction. But every time they had these hurdles, every time they had these ups and downs, what do you think would happen? They learned something. They learned something about the market. They learned how to make something better, which eventually positioned them perfectly for this new wave of something called artificial intelligence. And they bet the farm on that too. They made a major pivot from graphics chips, which were powering graphics and other type of computing, to the type of technology that they would need for artificial intelligence. So that tells you a lot. They're risk takers, but it also tells you a lot about his leadership, almost like he could see around corners. He could see what's coming and make those pivots. That builds a lot of trust in Jensen Huang. So I believe if you look at the coverage of Jensen Huang today, he is called charismatic. He's called a global leader that everybody wants to hear. I think there's a reason for that. There's a pattern. He's very in tune with the story and how the story motivates people and continues to offer lessons today.